Hey, what's up? It's the normal playing guy, and guess what? Big news, mega news. Yeah, there's your drum roll. We have Super Saiyan 2 and Super Saiyan 3 Goku and Vegeta respectively. This is big for many reasons. We knew possibly that there was going to be some easy A and even a super easy A. I did suspect it may have been the Buhan, but we actually got Ultimate Gohan, but I still called one of the two. But I also did call this one. We'll split it up between the two of them because this could be long enough. Each one deserves a video of their own. But these are the only other Easy A caliber of people that are old enough to even receive it. It's Majin Buu Saga, and they're pretty hype, so this will be great. Let's focus on Goku. So Goku's good for two big reasons: Super Saiyan 3 and other World Warriors. In particular, Otherworld Warriors is only really runnable with the AGL Super Saiyan 3 Goku, right? But he is also good on Super Saiyan 3, and I believe this will be a perfect partner with a more meta-related unit as a fantastic team. And they between the two of them will really help to flesh out those two categories because they are abysmal. We'll look at him prior. When he first came out, we had stats. He was another World Warrior, I believe possibly the first. He was really good, and then of course he got better in his in his transform state. When we go to the transform state, we'll have a quick look, and then we shall have a look at here. So you got extra stats, you got a defensive boost, and then if you got three or more type key spheres, you actually got on an additional. You got an additional stats, additional dodge, which is all pretty good. It was kind of semi-difficult to get this, but yes. Anyway, so we'll see how well they have become. I fully expect a 170 across the board and a whole load of nonsense. Bigger, easier. It's bigger altogether. So, other World Warriors and Super Saiyan 3, you gotta love it. 170%. Belter, absolutely belter. This is a wicked combination. So, 2 key, 150%. He had no key in his passive, and it's really nice. The reason it's really nice is Super Saiyan 3 category units have over in the Flash, while most have shocking speed, and with that, they don't link up with key links. So being able to have 2 key in there really helps with the stress. I always say that anyone with key in their passive, with like their start of turn stats or anything, always going to be a good unit. It really helps the board. So 2 key, 150%. What are we looking at? Because these units will have they will get a benefit from the EZA stats. So 55% comes in with a rather respectable 10,500 defense, good attack 18.5. If you have one dupe, and it's reasonable because this guy came out in 2020, 4 years now. 12 and a bit thousand, 20,000 attack. That's insane. And should you have him at 100%, I do myself, then this is the tree you're looking at. But even at 69%, he is a healthy boy. Okay, so we have a 50% chance to dodge, period. So he has dodge built in. Nice. 120% defense boost. The more HP remaining, the greater the boost. And if 50% or more health, you get an additional 20% extra. So you have 70% chance to dodge. And this is in Super Saiyan 2. He hasn't even transformed. How this works is every 10% of HP lost, you lose 12% of that stat. So it's not so bad, but once you get lower than, say, 50-60%, then you start seeing a big drop, because then by then you've lost half of it, right? But I like the fact that you can have 70%. So keeping him healthy is good. It means you can use him in like turn 1, where he has 70% chance to dodge and he's not going to get taken out and not going to be hindered. That alone is nice. We have an attack boost, same thing, but if your HP is 50% or less, you get a plus 20% to crit. Okay, so we'll bear it in mind for how you build the guy, but it's nice to know, again, every 10% HP you lose, you will lose. Oh no, you gain the greater the attack boost, so that's something. You lose defense but gain attack. He is a rainbow orb changer, but only when there is a Majin Buu ally or a Majin Buu enemy. Well, it's the saga as well. So sticking him with, let's say, that Super Saiyan 3, who I'm pretty sure is going to be number one in his guest list, it is not bizarre, because he will link up. Probably in his Super Saiyan 3 form, he'll link up, because they will be a perfect partner. They're on the same category. One's a transformed unit, so they will work together, and he will be fantastic. And that means you will be a Rainbow Orb Changer for everybody. Chance of crit plus 50% with just one Rainbow Key Sphere obtained. So that means if you have 2 Rainbow Key Spheres, you have 100% to crit. Wow, that's insane. If you don't, then I guess this is just irrelevant, because I don't know, you only get 1 Rainbow Key Sphere. I suppose if there ever was a situation where you only got 1 Rainbow Key Sphere, you still got this. Yeah, so depending on the health. So that's nice. You can have virtually guaranteed crits. Right, 120% to stats when attacking with 3 or more Key Spheres. 120% is a multiplier of this and this, or rather 120% is the multiplier of this. This is added on top after. That's how it works. And then you transform. This is good. We have 70% chance to dodge. We have a defense boost here, stat boost all around here. That's really good. We have raise attack and defense for the turn. What did he do prior? Raise attack. So now we get defense in this, which is really nice. So good, solid, good. The easy A buff, the fact you're getting bigger stats here, you're getting bigger stats here, because I mean, what are the chances you're going to get 3 or more Key Spheres? Right, the chances are extremely high. And what are the chances you're going to walk away with 1 or 2 Rainbow Key Spheres? Extremely high, right? Because chances are you are going to have another Majin Buu Saga in the team. If you run Super Saiyan 3, that could just be another Gotenks, who is the Christmas banner, by the way. Spoiler alert. So we got Saiyan Warrior Race, Super Saiyan, Golden Warrior, Kamehameha, Prepare for Battle, Supreme Power, Fierce Battle. Bear in mind, Prepare for Battle. Okay, so watch out for that particular link. But all of this is attack link. Pretty bonkers. Look at the teams. Jesus. But yeah, we'll go through this afterwards. So we transform against one enemy, 50% or more HP for them, starting from the 3rd turn. So granted. So then we transform. A bit wonky, but I guess when you go through to a next phase, the enemy's at full health, you transform. Ooh, I'm liking what I see. So 3 key 200%. Oh, real quick. There he is. There's the boy. That is going to be it. In this particular form of full power, 6 links. Over in the Flash. You see what I mean? They change to Super Saiyan 3s have Over in the Flash and Limit Breaking 4. These appear to be Super Saiyan 3 specific. This can apply to fusions. So having like the changeover is wonky, because using Over in the Flash and Shocking Speed or Prepare for Battle kinda ruins it a little bit, because you don't sync up and it's a mega key link. But again, having 3 key as part of your passive, or even 2 or even 1, really helps to try and like cling together a few units that would suffer from this. But check this out, these 2 are going to be a ridiculous combo. Majin Buu Saga, Kamehameha, Otherworld Resurrected, Earthbred Accelerated Battle. In fact, pretty much everything on here, every single thing, like Super Saiyan 3, Mastered Evolution, they are a critical component now. If you have, I mean, you may not have this guy. If he arrives in coins in the shop and you have 400 coins, I would highly recommend you pick him up, because he is really, really good, and you'll likely have this guy, so that'll be really good as well. So here we go. 3 key 200%. You gotta love that. 50% chance to dodge still, so that's nice. Your defense boost now goes up to 150%, and your chance to dodge over a certain threshold of health is now 30. So potentially you've got 80% to dodge. Wow. He is, I mean, he's sounding to be one of the, like, imagine if he came out like this. Wow. Attack boost, okay, so the less HP you get, chance to crit goes up by to 30%. So that's nice. Randomly changes to a Rainbow Key Sphere. Okay, so this is the same. This remains the same, so that's nice. 70% to crit with just one, so it goes up even more. So even just one rainbow key sphere, you are going to be like, it's going to be really, really good. And if you have 10% less HP and you had one rainbow orb, that's still 100%. But two are way to go. 133% with three more key spheres, which is really nice. Extra stats on top is nice. Guaranteed additional super attack and guaranteed crits with 6. I believe he was just super effective against all types. So now he has guaranteed crits and extra super attack. Greatly raises attack and defense. 70% chance to stun. So now he gets defense and it goes from a 50% to a 70%. Is he just not broken? Damn, this guy is insane. 200% of those pretty good easy A stats. This will apply, but like you'll get this easy peasy. So this will be a multiplier of this, and then you'll have on a his defensive numbers are going to be, I presume at 55%, is going to be 250, 300k, probably in that margin on a at least a 170, 200% team with a full health. Transformed, I wouldn't be surprised if he's at 250, 300k, right? He's got to be. And if you're a rainbow, you're probably over 300k. The difference between 55 and 100% is around about 80k defense, and it's around about somewhere between 2 and 5 million in attacks, in attack stat, depending on how potent they are. So again, his attack stat is going to be bonkers, because like he's getting. But I mean, his attack stat will wildly vary, because if you take a big hit and you go under 50%, you're going to have a tremendous amount of attack here. It's not really like his potential stat numbers are going to be really hard to quantify. But yeah, it would mean though that you would, if you were to do that, you would still have 50% chance to dodge if you were to stick him in slot 1 for that big attack. But I wouldn't be surprised, because chances are when you attack, you're still going to have guaranteed crits. You're still going to have this. You're still going to have an additional super attack, possibly. Potentially his damage output might exceed somewhere like 15 to 20 million. I'd imagine even at 55%, his attack range is going to be over 10 million quite easily, or like fully set up on very low health. But yeah, this is going to be ideally his Link team scenario. You've got the Super Saiyan 3. Transforming Goku can be appropriate. The newer unit, he is solid. This guy is also really good, no doubt. He is pretty potent. He's got his guaranteed crits and he's got that big time opener. Is huge. This guy, yeah, he's good. He's easy A, he's solid. This guy has a 70% chance to stun. This guy has a 70% chance to stun. Super Saiyan 3s and Margin Buu Saga for the super class will look really, really nice. This guy is a really, really strong tank. He needs a super easy A. There are, realistically, I mean on this, for Super Saiyan 3, there's not a lot here that you can choose that is going to be a solid unit, right? You're on Super Saiyan 3, you got one guy, you got a current guy, so that's 2. If you happen to have the full team, it'd be this guy, so that's 3. Yeah, okay, he's reasonable. He has his crits, so 4, 5, 6. Yeah, if you have every unit, 6. And realistically, you're struggling for a 7th. You could throw on Xeno, but his main gimmick is damage reduction, which you don't get realistically unless you're with heroes or crossover. So again, imagine if you didn't have him. Super Saiyan 3 is a bit of a bummer, because everything else is, they drop off. I mean, every single one of these are power hit heavy, right? They can hit hard, but again, yeah, it needs a lot of development, which is why Super Saiyan 3 is terrible. And even Otherworlds, admittedly, he's got a slightly larger roster, but it's terrible. But like this guy, yeah, he makes the category, assuming you've got the rest. But again, like even if you don't have the shiny new uni, you'll get him as a guest. For which case you'll have 170 and a 200%. I mean, all of this is top tier. I see the only downside I see is he's too crit heavy. I mean, essentially you're going to have a really big attack when you fall below a certain health. You've got crazy amount of attack and virtually guaranteed crits. But then you get guaranteed crits basically with this. A couple of rainbow orbs is not difficult. It is easy to get 3 orbs. It's going to be fairly easy to turn him into rainbow. It's probably... I've always said that 5 is your magic number. 5 can be difficult even in itself. And 6, I'm telling you, that 1 orb really makes a massive amount of difference. Should you get that 1 extra orb though, additional super attacks were going to be huge. So, how'd you build this guy? Well, he has dodge, a lot of it actually, capable of outranking UI Goku basically, but it'd be additional. 2 parts. If you happen to have an additional super attack, you're going to be getting a huge bunch of stats, but you'll have a double 70% chance to stun where applicable. Most game bosses can apply stun, even Battlefield. So Battlefield, he could be huge. So again, really, really good for there. So yeah, I like him. This seems like a unit that could have come out now. If this unit was released here and now, this is probably what he would have. He's broken. This is insane. About the only thing he doesn't have is either a support mechanic or a guard, but he probably doesn't need it. He's got an equivalent amount of dodge. He's capable in turn 1. That's quite important. And it's going to be a long time before this guy fades off because he is defensively viable. I mean, am I saying he's going to tank hits from launch? No, launch will kill anybody. Is he going to take a hit from Cell Max super attack? He's type advantage, but no, he'll get clobbered. Realistically, you need like 1 million defense. This guy's not going to be hitting 1 million defense, but he could realistically get something between 300,000 and 450,000, depending on how many super attacks and the supports and how many copies you have of him. Realistically, but he's going to be powerful. You're talking like Extreme Super Battle Road. You're talking Red Zone. You're talking Gods of Destruction. That's been revamped. That's a pain in the bum. He's going to be good though, no doubt. Anyway, that's it. I hope you liked the video. I've got a new mic. Hopefully you can tell. But other than that, it's been great. I like this. My next video is Vegeta, and I'm hoping for something good. But anyway, thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye.